The stakes and intensity are raised to an all-time series high in Tulsa King Season 3, Episode 2, The 50, to the point where it almost feels like a totally different series in the nicest manner conceivable. With shows like Landman and Yellowstone, Sheridan has effectively identified himself as a dramedy series, and the first 2 seasons of Tulsa King were both serious and humorous. However, Stallone is thrust back into his classic ass-kicking action days in the second episode of Season 3. Tulsa King has scaled along with Dwight Manfredi's takeover of Tulsa, Oklahoma, with the help of Frank Grillo's Bevilaqua and Neal McDonough's Thresher, among other new Season 2 characters that in the end, these adjustments are beneficial for the series' future, which is already assured of 4 seasons. Dwight is already making a lot of money from Bodhi's marijuana business and Mitch's car dealership, but he can't resist taking advantage of a chance to become wealthy from alcohol. This unleashes the powerful power of the new series antagonist, Jeremiah Dunmire, played by Robert Patrick, creating his most evil opponent to date. The Tulsa King Season 3 premiere of Bodhi, Breaking Bad, turned out to be a preview of the rest of the series. Even though Tulsa King's first 2 seasons included a lot of action, Season 3 is far more brutal, dramatic, and gloomy than the first 2 combined. Previously, a significant portion of the main plot revolved around Dwight's romantic and familial affairs. This time, Tulsa King is laying the groundwork for a genuinely straightforward display of violence and arrogance that, even after just 2 episodes, raises the stakes and sets the tone for the series in a way never seen before. Although it was hinted at in the previous episode that Dunmire set fire to Theo Montague's home while he was inside, Episode 2 brings that truth to life. Dunmire is a licensed psychopath, so even if Chicky was erratic and dangerous, he might give Dwight some cause for concern over his new distillery business. Thankfully, Thresher and Bevilaqua, 2 of the antagonists from Season 2, are now more like allies in Season 3, so long as they stand to benefit from their commercial dealings with Dwight. In the first few episodes of Season 3, New York also appears in the background, therefore, Quiet Ray ought to be used eventually, either to support Dwight or to apply more pressure that would ruin his chances in Tulsa. With larger and more formidable opponents that genuinely embody evil and avarice, these innovations have swiftly propelled Tulsa King Season 3 into the realm of action thrillers. Given that Dunmire is essentially a supervillain, the show's blend of humor and suspense may not be compatible. After 2 episodes, Tulsa King Season 3 is still going strong. Some tail components may require you to suspend your belief, such as the fact that law authorities did not launch a more thorough investigation into the Montague house fire, which was deemed to be an accident. However, this isn't supposed to be one of those crime shows that focus on cops. In Tulsa King Season 3, Episode 2, Garrett Hedlund is given a more significant role than that of a supporting character. He is more in the spotlight than ever because of his new love interest, Cleo, and his bare-knuckles fight scene, which almost put him on par with Dwight as a co-protagonist. Even though they appear less regularly, the supporting cast of misfits in Tulsa King Season 3 continues to provide some of the show's lighter notes. Joanne, Dwight's sister, is also becoming more active in the company, which is a bigger contribution than the baked goods from her cannabis store in Season 2. However, as the stakes continue to rise, Tina, Dwight's daughter, might only become a concern. Although it has always been a gangster program, it is now moving into a darker realm that is intended to create suspense and excitement, making it difficult to maintain its status as a feel-good dad show. The 3rd season of Reacher on Prime Video employs a similar tactic, becoming darker and elevating the protagonist while maintaining a sense of the show's identity. Dunmire is a more mature version of Ming from Season 2, who enjoyed killing people. He feels entitled to things he doesn't have because of his ingrained legacy, ideology, and distorted sense of honor. Although Dwight is capable of defending himself, I have a feeling that he may not quite understand the threat that Dunmire presents at this point. Consider the gloves officially off from now on, since Dwight and Dunmire both threaten to ruin each other's lives and kill loved ones. For 2 seasons of Tulsa King, Dwight's charm and good fortune have rendered him impervious to criticism. But if Dwight continues to fan Dunmire's flames, his confidence is likely to suffer a serious setback. Dwight's inability to back down from a fight may be his weakness. Dunmire talks about honor, but he is so out of balance that he doesn't respect those whose goals differ from his, which usually calls for surrender. Dunmire is likely to fire first and strike with more force than Dwight has ever experienced in Tulsa King. Dwight remarks, "Man, I've made some threats in my life, but it was just idle bullshit," as he surveys Theo's destroyed home. This is ill. Thanks for watching. For more updates stay tuned and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, please.